Hi everyone, this is Delphina from Be Made Whole. Today I'd like to talk about motives, methods and outcomes. In life, there's a constant cycle happening of you have an intention, then you have a process, and then you get a result. Motive, method and outcome. And this process is happening throughout our lives all the time. It's a continuous, repetitive process. But how can we work this system, which is the way things work? It's going to work like that no matter what we do. How can we make that system work in our favor so that we always get good outcomes? What is it that makes the outcomes good? Well, before you have an outcome, you always have a method. And before you have a method, you have a motive. That's the sequence always. So some people might say, well, if I have a good motive, then I'll always have a good outcome. And other people might say, you might not have a good motive, but if you've got a good skill and you know the method, you know how to do something, then that will guarantee a good outcome. But I believe that any one of them without the other will not produce a good income. We don't want just a good income. We actually want more outcome. We don't want just a good outcome. We want a whole outcome, whole good in all areas, not just good in one area but bad in another area. And for that we need to have a good motive and a good method. In life you see many wonderful good people. They have a lot of good motives. Their intention is always to do good, but you find that they can't reach a point of a good outcome in their life. That there's a struggle to have success and to have a good outcome. And I believe the reason for that is not that they're bad people, they're good people, but when it comes to the how to implement these good motives that they have, these good ideas they have, they don't know how. And until they do it the way that works, they can't get that desired outcome. And on the other hand, if you have someone who has a wrong motive, but maybe a good method, or they've got the skills to do something, but they've got a wrong motive, for instance, a criminal, we might think that they get a good result, but is it really a good result? Let's use an example. You've got Joe the bank robber. Joe is a mastermind. He is a genius. He's a strategist. He's got skills to pull anything off. But he's got a wrong motive. He wants to rob the bank. He wants to take something from somebody else. That's a wrong motive. But because he's got the skills, he's actually able to pull it off. He puts a team together. They plan the whole thing and they actually pull it off and they get away with the money. Is Joe a rich guy after he's gotten all that money? Is he a rich guy? I wouldn't say so. Let's look at more than just the money. He might have a lot of money, but those friends who helped him rob the bank, are they real friends? Do they really trust him? They know what he's like. Does he really have any true friends? How are his social interactions with his wife, if he has a wife, or his children, if he has children? Can he have any real close relationships? Can he really become rich in his relationships, being the kind of person that he is? I don't think so. Would he have peace in his life? I don't know. I don't know if you could have peace doing something like that, because for the rest of his life he's got to look over his shoulder, because he never knows when someone's going to catch him or when they're going to find out that it was him. When when the cops are going to get hold of him, catch up with him. He never knows when that day is going to come. So can he really live in peace? He might be able to get a lot of things with the money. Money buys things. But does he have peace? Does he have joy? Does he have fulfillment? I don't know. I wouldn't call Joe a rich guy. I would call him a poor man with a lot of money. And that's not really a good outcome. You know, money makes life easier, but it doesn't make us happier. It just makes things easier. You can get certain things that make your life easier. You know, you can buy a car instead of a bicycle to get to work, which is a lot easier with the money, but it doesn't give you fulfillment and joy. So this is why it's so important that we need to have the right motive as well as know the right method, and then we'll get the right outcome. The outcome is actually not something you need to work on. The outcome happens all by itself. It's automatic. Just work on the motive and the method, and you will get the outcome. Eventually, the right outcome does come to pass. We've got to be a bit patient sometimes. Here's the thing. Motive has got to do with the heart, and the method has got to do more with the mind and the thinking and the ability to plan things and make things work. So we've got to deal with our hearts in the matter first, and then get the skills. You see, if we don't have the skills, we can learn from somebody else. We can find out, we can study to get the method right. But we've got to study it out if we don't know how. And then we will get that desired result. If I want to fix a tap and I'm not a plumber, my motive must be, I want to fix the tap because it's good to have a fixed tap in your house, and you won't have dripping water, you won't have trouble, with your water bill, and it's got a good motive, nothing wrong with that. You've got to fix something that's broken. Good motive. How do I fix a tap? Well, I'm not a plumber. Well, then I have to go study, find out, phone somebody if I need to give me some ideas on how I can fix the tap. Once I know how, then I can successfully fix the tap, and the end result will be I will have a tap that's not dripping. So next time you want to get something done, just check your motive, check your method. Do you have the skills and the knowledge to do it right? And then once you have both in place, then do what you need to do, and you will have the desired outcome. Thank you very much.